My role as a safeguarding lead is to ensure that happens through myself and obviously with your assistance. And at all, as you can see, safety, not just for learners, but for ourselves as staff and for visitors, are actually paramount. So let's talk safety. What does it mean for learners? What it means is that they need to be in a learning environment that they feel respected, feel dignified, and allows them to flourish. So we're camping onto our flourish theme around that. And for tutors, what does that mean? It includes the top one, but it also includes that tutors yourselves being confident on actually being able to identify what the risks might be in terms of abuse, and also identifying those vulnerable adults who may be at risk of extremism, because we now have the prevent duty, and how to actually report them. And the simple process is, there's 3 R's, you identify, you respond, you report, and it just comes through me, and I do the rest. So it's pretty straightforward, but I recognise there might be difficulties you might feel and apprehensions you might feel about identifying what those particular risks actually are and what to do about them and how you engage those conversations with our learners. Part of the duties, as I said, one is prevent, which is about terrorism and extremism. The other is safeguarding, which it ties straight into prevent. Prevent is just an extended part of our safeguarding duty. We've enshrined it within our safeguarding policy, so it's part of and not separate to our safeguarding policy. In order to make staff, tutors feel confident, knowledgeable and informed, they have to participate in a mandatory training for both safeguarding and the prevent duty. And it helps to update their skills, strengthen their knowledge base. Ofsted also have done some work on their framework, so they too are now going to be assessing how well we actually, keep our learners safe as well. So they easily, through an inspection, they could be walking down the corridor, they could pick you, pick me, pick a cafe assistant, anybody that works there, and ask them, what do you do if you have a concern? And what I want for everybody in our staff team is to have that confidence and knowledge of how to report and what to do if they have a concern about a learner. And that, to me, is the ultimate goal. And then the rest is about how I report and respond to that. So again, we've got our flourishing. These are some of the things we are currently doing to make learners feel safe. The importance of the learner induction, which you'll all have, a sort of a guide as to what to talk to learners about on those first few days with us, including learners that come again and again, just so it's reinforced. The learner handbook, contains details for learners where they can actually find out how they can report any concerns that they have as well. So it's not just one way, it's not just us reporting what we see, it's learner reporting what they're experiencing. And talks about equality and diversity and actually reflecting that in the classroom and respecting equality and respecting diversity in all that we actually do. E-safety, key to prevent as well, because it's about making sure that we're filtering out access to those sites that may attract someone who's vulnerable to extremism and terrorism, and to other sites as well, which may be abusive, and also tackling bullying and harassment in the classroom. Other things that we're doing, obviously the mandatory training around prevent and safeguarding. The learner forums provide learners with a real opportunity to not just share how they're experiencing us here at all, how we're experiencing the teaching, our business resource team, our learner services or anything else, our premises team, but also it gives us an opportunity to find out what else do we need to do to support our learners. So that's a really great forum, and I would encourage you to encourage them through inductions to actually come along to our forums. It is not the end of safety, that's just one part of safety. The other key element of safety is about health and safety in and out of the classroom. So we're talking about our physical environment, we're talking about making sure they understand how to access the building, exit the building in case of fire. We're also talking about safe use of equipment in the classroom, and assessing you being able to assess the risks and manage those. So in the second part of our session, where we get to have some chocolate and some cookies, I would like to explore some of these questions. I may not have all the questions on there, but I'd like to explore some of these questions and answer some of your questions about how we can continue to build on how we keep our learners safe.